In the Whitsundays group, Blue Pearl Bay is said to be one of the best snorkeling and diving sites in the inner reef. Now, it's on Hayman Island's north shore, so if you're staying on the island, you can take a short walk over here, but trust me, you will need a moderate level of fitness because it is quite hilly, or you can simply jump on one of their snorkeling tours. They come out here 3 or 4 times a day. If you aren't lucky to be staying on Hayman Island, don't worry about that either. There's heaps of trips that come out from Airlie each and every day, or you can jump on one of the backpacker boat tours. Whatever you do, if you're in the Whitsundays, make sure you get to Blue Pearl. You won't regret it. From the crystal clear waters of the Mediterranean and the Aegean to a place like this that kind of looks like it's out of a Star Wars movie. And actually right here is where they shot one of the films. In Cappadocia, this area is called the Land of the Fairy Chimneys. It's a result of volcanic tufa and basalt being worn away by the elements over thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It's quite amazing, not only for the geological perspective, but from a cultural perspective as well. Because inside these rock formations are actually cave churches, dwellings, and dig a little deeper, and underground are whole entire cities. We've had a day off from shooting, and that means a day I get to explore. I'm so excited about seeing more of Hong Kong. Beautiful Lake Louise out in front of us. It's really easy to decide what you're going to do when you're in Pamukkale, also known as the Cotton Castle. In a foreign country, you definitely have to try out their food. So in Turkey, it's gözleme. With 74 islands making up the Whitsundays, why choose just one? What? It's totally all in the name of reason. I love to travel, to experience new cultures and immerse myself in new worlds like New York City. But I honestly think to truly get a representation of a place, you have to go straight to the source. And for me, that's the people. Well, what are the places that I guess you love and that locals go that, you know, tourists wouldn't even get to see? A great way to meet some locals is to sign up for a tour. Now, you might think I've gone a bit crazy, but I'm not talking about those big buses that go and hit all the main sites and just allow you 10 minutes to take a snapshot. I'm talking about tours with local guides or even small group tours. Now, here in Cappadocia, I've signed up with a group called Euphrates Tours. They offer really small groups, so that's a big tick. And the other thing was I spoke to them about what I was expecting and the kind of thing that I wanted to do, and they found the perfect option for me. So I'm going on a village life and cuisine tour. Basically, there's no set itinerary. You go to a local village with a guide that lives in the area, you visit their friends, you meet new friends, you talk to locals and find out what they do, and end with a big feast at someone's house, tasting local cuisine and even learning about how it's made and having a little bit of a chat. Sounds absolutely perfect to me. So, short? Yes?
Yavaş yavaş yap da öğrensin.
Just tending to my tomatoes. Okay, so we've got Cappadocia, we've got Istanbul. Where else would you recommend to go? Ephesus? The ancient town of Ephesus in southwest Turkey is one of the best preserved classical cities in the eastern Mediterranean. As well as foods like Turkish delight and baklava, Turkey is famous for tea and coffee. Now the coffee here isn't like you'd get in the Western world. Really little and really strong. So it's my first time, can't hurt to try. It's quite strong, but not so bad. Could get used to it. Maybe. Do you say anything when you drink like cheers or? Yeah, like someone taught me şerefe. What does that mean?
We are calling şerefe to your honor as cheers before drinking alcohol.
Yeah. So what about tea? You just say thank you.
Just thank you.
Do you love getting to work in tourism and meeting new people all the time?
Yes. It is the point why I had chosen to work on this field. It is the point.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think Turkish people seem to be very sociable and very open to new friends. Having an unplanned itinerary means you never know what you're going to find or who you're going to meet. We met some farmers coming down the road, and before we know it, we're checking out their cave storage. So it's really naturally cold in there. They store stuff like apple, fruit and vegetables, potatoes, and they keep for a long time. It's, I guess, like a natural fridge. Should I go? Where should I go?
Well, if you want something a bit different that you can get away with in Australia, there's a bar called The Box,
okay,
which is an old, it looks like an old theatre. It's quite small. And they'll have, I wouldn't say burlesque, but they'll have performances.
Right.
That are a little bit on the edgier side of things.
Okay, like maybe let's say Moulin Rouge-esque. Right, more Ping Pong Alley Thailand.
But it's classy though. But it's not.
When you think about a Mediterranean holiday, Turkey is probably not the first place that comes to mind, but this country has a vast Mediterranean coastline. It's got a diverse history and a culture that you're just going to want to immerse yourself in. I think one of the best ways to see it is to jump on board one of their traditional gullet cruises, which is exactly what I've done. Really good. These mountains, they look like they're dusted with icing sugar. All right, well I'm ready to do New York like a local. Let's do it. Let's go check out the island.